Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a few days now since I've made a video, and I thought I'd jump back on and carry on with this series of making a journal out of unwanted book pages. I know quite a few of you said you wanted to see the process every single step, so yeah, I thought we would just carry on doing that. I'm happy to do that. So I thought today we would work on sort of the cover and the spine and the inside. I kind of like to change it up. I like to work on the pages, work on something else, and go back and forth and all that kind of thing. So I know I did say I was going to paint this cover, but I've kind of been liking it left natural. Yeah, it's been growing on me. I like this text here in the front, and I like the coloration that's happening around the sides, and I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm going to create the spine. I'm going to put some paper on the inside. I've got some book corners here that we can throw on, so I think we'll just get started with that, and then once that's done we'll carry on working on some of the inside pages. So that's sort of my plan for today. I have got my cup of tea here with me, and the only thing missing is some music, but that's okay. So I'll pop these book pages aside. I hope you guys had a lovely New Year's. My New Year's Day was spent hiking in the rainforest, and I tried my absolute hardest to stay awake till midnight, but I just couldn't do it. My eyes were so heavy, and I think I ended up going to bed about 11:30. So yeah, I was just absolutely exhausted. We were hiking in the rainforest, and we decided to go a different way than what we had normally done previously, and we went around this big circuit, and it took us a lot longer than we realized, and we were just yeah, we were pretty tired after that. So we did see some pretty amazing bats in the trees and stuff like that, so that was cool. So that was really my New Year's. If there's anybody here from Queensland, I like to go hiking up in Mount Tamborine and Springbrook, sorry. And yeah, so that's where all the rainforests are here. So I grabbed this, what would you call it? I think that this was off the back of a paper pad. It's quite thick kind of chipboard. This is all I use to create my spines. I mean, if I've got this stuff lying around, you may as well use it. I don't go buying anything specific, but if I ran out or had nothing, I would obviously. But yeah, I tend to find things pretty well. So I'm going to create the spine here. I'll put these, actually I will obviously measure first how tall this is going to be. I might grab a pen, guys. Once again, I don't really have a plan for this kind of stuff. Let me grab some paper. Sorry guys, I'm so disorganized. I'm just going to write down these measurements because I'll forget, knowing me, and then I have to go back and redo it. So yeah, I've been pretty busy the past few days. I've been making some things and packaging up orders and things like that. My Etsy shop is looking a bit sad at the moment. A lot of lovely people have come along and bought things. So 22 and a half. I'll write this down. Oh no, we don't need that. We're going to create our own spine, aren't we? So now I'm just going to pop those aside, and I'm going to grab my big old, what do you call it? This thing here. I hope you guys are zoomed in enough today. I know that it was zoomed right out last time. Like I said, my setup is not great currently, but I have actually got a new stand, and I'm just waiting on the attachment, and I'll have a whole new setup. So yeah, hopefully you guys will notice the difference soon. I was thinking about creating a 1.5 inch spine. So I'm going to cut down 1.5 inches. This is a, gosh, what do you call this? I don't know, but it can cut through chipboard and things like that. So I'm going to just line this up to 1.5. Make sure it's all good there. And I'm going to, gosh, this one's going to be a tough one to cut through, but it's doing it. So here we've got our piece of chipboard. Sometimes if all I've got is a little bit thinner, I will layer them up and have some strong glue, and I'll just create my spine that way. But I'm just going to check the size of that because we are going to wrap fabric around it as well. Just wondering if it's going to be thick. I think it's going to be thick enough. I mean, it's quite thick. I think if I doubled that up, it might be too thick. I think it'll be okay, especially with the fabric around it. It'll strengthen it, and it's pretty much the same thickness as that front book cover. So I think I'm going to leave just have one layer of this board here. I'm going to pop that aside. Pop my cutting machine. This is a Fiskars one. It's ginormous. Can cut through a lot of different material. Got a really good deal on it. Oh no, I should have brought it back because I haven't cut down this side, have I? Silly me. I will grab it back. Hang on, guys. So it was 22.5. So we'll do that. Gosh, it's a hot one here again today. It's already over 30 degrees, I think. So I may need to put my air conditioner on. I hope that doesn't bother you guys too much if I do that, but it is sweltering. So, is that the right way? That way, that way, that way. Okay, that way. Yep. So here's my little book spine that's been made. And I think that's, you know, I might fit about, how many signatures was I going to do? I'll just fit however many signatures I feel is comfortable in it anyway. Just going to grab my cup of tea. And let's get started. We'll just cover this with some fabric. I did choose this fabric here. I think I showed you in the last video. So yeah, let's just grab this. I need to get some lace though, because I do like to add lace, like a lace trim to sort of hide the edging of the fabric. So that is one thing I don't have today, and yeah, we won't be doing that step. So I just make sure I've got plenty of fabric on this side. I can trim it down if I want, and it doesn't really matter if your edge here is messy or a little bit uneven, because you can just use that lace and then cover it up. You guys will know, you're all doing this stuff too. So I'm going to grab this glue. Oh my gosh, story of my life, I need new glue. I'm always needing new glue. Here I am using fabric glue on cardboard, like, oh, seriously. I need new glue. You know, this will be strong, and you know, we're using fabric, right? So oh dear. All right, we'll just pop this piece down here. Nothing professional here, guys, just whacking on the fabric. Now we'll just trim it down. I hope I'm in frame enough. Let me make sure I am. Hopefully this is the last time I have to use this setup, because it is frustrating. I have a new well, I actually have a good camera already, but I just didn't have the proper stand for it. So yeah, I had to order all that, and then I can switch to a really good camera. I'm just going to cut this rough at the moment and then I will fix it up after. Just trying to get rid of this big piece of fabric here. Such a lovely fabric. These are like fat quarters, and sometimes I've got them on special at Spotlight, and when they do I grab like 5 for 10, 5 for $15, something like that. But they've got some beautiful patterns. So here's our one cover there, and let me see. And yeah, I do have my kitties at home today. So it's still school holidays here. They will be going for another almost 1 month on school holidays, so bear with me on that fact. Well, actually, one of my sons, he does schooling from home anyway. He does distance schooling due to bullying at public school, so I had to pull him out of there, but yeah, he's been doing distance schooling and it's been absolutely wonderful. He can concentrate 100% on his work now, so it's just such a shame I had to resort to that. Bullying is so prevalent these days, it's just awful with kids in schools. I'm just going to trim this up, guys. Like I said, I don't care if it's a little bit wonky, because we'll just cover that with some lace anyway. Gosh, I need some fabric scissors. Here I am using IKEA scissors on fabric. Oh, nothing fancy here, guys. Now it takes me like so long to cut the fabric, and I'm doing it all wonky. Bring it up a little bit further for you. And that there's going to wrap around anyway. Which way do I like the flowers facing? I'll cut that down a little bit more. This side. Yeah, so I've been creating a little bit. I've made some lovely purple handmade paper, which will go into my shop. Actually, I'm still making batches of it, but here's some I made last night, and it's a lovely purple. You can see that's very light purple. So yeah, I made some sheets of that last night. I'm going to make some more, and then they'll be in the shop. So I can't wait to play around with the purple handmade paper. I've actually been stamping a lot on, gosh, I get off track, sorry. Stamping a lot on like the offcuts of handmade paper. Like this is the mint green one, and yeah, when I'm making die cuts and things, I get a lot of scrappy sort of leftovers, and I don't want to throw this mint green one back into the recycling, because I don't want the dye to leak out if I'm creating white paper, or yeah, so just trying to use up scraps there. Try and go a bit quick with this cutting. And I did manage to go up to another thrift store when I was up hiking, not in the rainforest, but there's a little town up there where I go. And one was open, so I managed to pop in there and pick up a couple of little things. So that was good. Alright. So that might be okay there. We might just start gluing, guys. I might put the air conditioning on. I'm sorry, but it's just too hot. Yeah. Oh, I should have grabbed my baby wipes. Oh well. Oh well. So it's pretty quiet in my house today. My husband's gone back to work after some holidays away. He had about a week off, so yeah, he's gone back to work now. So it's just me and the kids at home at the moment. Actually, I'll do this. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna flip it around so I can just have a wee look here. Just gonna leave a little bit of a gap in between there so that I can, so that there's enough room for the spine to up and down like that. Probably not too much. Should be right. Actually, I do have a, where's my, I use a lovely chopstick to run down there, but whether I have it or not, here's another thing. I might have to stop the camera and have a look for that one. So then we're just gonna do the same here. I'm gonna add some glue. Doesn't matter if it's not even on the other side with the fabric. It's okay. I'll fix all that up later. Make it look semi-decent later on. I was thinking about this book, maybe it would be a nice giveaway to you guys. What do you think about that? Because it's just, you know, I'm just having fun here. I'm not gonna really do much with this book myself, so I thought maybe one of you guys might like it. If you're interested, anyway, we'll have a chat about that once it's done, but if it comes out okay, hopefully I can give it away to one of you guys. Spilled some glue there. Oh my gosh, I'm messy, aren't I? Okay, so there's our spine kind of attached. I think it's a good enough size spine. I hope you guys are not zoomed in too closely there. I just I didn't want you having trouble seeing like last time. I'm gonna find my little chopstick tool. Hang on a second guys. Let me just put you on pause so you don't have to wait around. Okay, so I've got my little chopstick here. And I'm gonna fold this over here. And I've chosen all the paper and stuff for the inside so you guys don't have to watch me being so indecisive about that. I'm just gonna push down in the little grooves here on this bottom bit here, guys. I've used too much glue there. It's spilling out everywhere. Yeah, so I've been creating my handmade paper. I made some more lovely embellishments and then I scanned those. So actually they're up in my shop now. Where did I put, oh, I'll show you guys. I made some embellishments and then I thought it might be nice to scan them, so I did scan them and create these. So there's a couple of sheets of digital embellishments. They're over in my shop if you guys are interested in any of those. So I was working on those over the past few days, teaching myself more about Photoshop and that kind of thing. I'm not the best at all that kind of stuff, but actually I did do a course in it several years ago now and I can't remember most of it. So so I'm kind of reteaching myself a little bit here and there. Just gonna fold that over there and press in with my little chopstick tool. Hope it's okay. Okay, I think that's alright. Just trying to get this glue off my hands. Threads everywhere. So there's one side of our our spine done, guys. It's a little bit flimsy at the moment, but it will get more sturdy. I'll add fabric and stuff to that inside of it there. Actually, I probably could have pulled that a little bit tighter, but yeah, I haven't. That's okay. So there is our spine that's been made, just a 1.5 inch spine. Not too small, not too big. I think it was a pretty good size for this book. And then I'm going to get some lace, which I've run out of, so I've got to pop to the shop and grab some more, but I'm going to get some lace to run down there. And then I thought just some nice little book pages, and it will kind of have a nice natural look to the front of the cover. I hope I made the right decision in doing that. I thought if I painted it, then I'd sort of have to look for a picture, and I don't know that it matched painting it and doing all that. I don't know if it would have matched what I was doing on the inside. I was keeping it very, what would you call it, organic, rustic, collagey and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just wanted to leave this plain here. So I did pick out some paper for the inside cover. I picked out this one, which is Graphic 45, I believe. It was out of a collection that I grabbed, and I did notice I did not have enough, yeah, it doesn't fit quite properly, but I can push that to the edges there, and then there's going to be fabric along here anyway, and I like to run lace over the inside cover, so it's okay. I think we will be okay with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my should I do my fabric first or after? What do I normally do? I can't even remember. I think I can do it either way. I might do it after. I might throw the paper down now, and then I'll put the fabric over top, and then coming over top of here kind of, and then we'll add the lace. So at this stage I could add pockets if I wanted to the front of my cover. Hopefully that's focusing, sorry guys. Yeah, so I can add pockets and stuff like that, but I was thinking with this sort of booklet system I've got going here, I was thinking on the backs of these areas where there's a lot of sewing and stuff, we could create a lot of pockets and things on those. So I don't know that it's really that necessary side cover, because I think we're going to have quite a few in the book itself. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'm going to go and just do some decorative stitching, purely decorative, some messy borders. I might go a couple of times around here just for some added texture on the inside cover. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll carry on throwing all this down. So you guys go and make yourselves a cup of tea or something else, take a break or something, and I will be back. Alright guys, so I'm back now from stitching just this inside page here. Just did some very light, couple times little border around here, so just for some added visual texture and that kind of thing. So I've done that, and then I thought maybe whoever gets this might like to add a charm, so I went ahead and I added a what do you call these things? I don't know what you call them. You just dangle charms from them. So I added that just for anybody who wants to add a charm, if they like that kind of thing. So I've done that. I'll put that little baggie aside, and then I'm gonna stitch this, glue this on. I use this really strong double-sided tape, but I also combine with glue just for added strength and that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna run this down. I might speed you guys up in this part, so you have to watch me like continuously running strips of this stuff down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just take these strips off, and then I'm going to run some glue all around and in between as well, and then I'm going to stick this down. That's just some really strong double-sided tape from Spotlight as well. What brand is it called? Express It, I think it's called. I think it's like extra strength or something like that. So I'm just also going to run some glue everywhere. Just so we know that's not going to come off. And hopefully we can put it down quite straight. Okay, so let's do this one. Just flip this around so I can try and get it as straight as possible, because these corners here are quite bent up actually. So that should be about right, I think. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but you know, that's crafting. Nothing's 100% perfect all the time. Oh, especially not with me anyway. It's probably not 100%, but I'll trim that there. And now we're going to work on this one. So thank you once again for all your really lovely comments. I love reading them. I love chatting to you guys. Some people have given me some really good advice about stuff too. So yeah, it's just so nice learning things as well from you guys. And being able to share and all this. It's just such a lovely community to be in. And I love also the fact that I can meet some other people here in Australia as well, because where I live there's not really, I don't really know anyone that crafts like this. Kind of just me on my own. But yeah, that's okay. So we'll pop this one down here. Hopefully, I usually stand up to do this process. I think that's why it's a little bit tricky for me here. I hope it will be okay. Hopefully that's straight enough, guys. And then we're going to run our fabric, and it's going to be a bit of a nuisance for now. Maybe I should have done it after, but I didn't. I wanted it to be under the fabric, so actually, where did I put that fabric? I did cut the fabric out, so you guys have to watch me painfully cutting out again. So I'm going to put this fabric over here, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to get some lace to cover up all the seams. Actually, I might just trim that down a bit more, guys. Sorry. Grabbed another pair of scissors that I think are a little bit better than the IKEA ones. I don't have fancy tools. I just work with what I've got most of the time. It takes a long time to build up crafting supplies, I reckon. And I've been crafting for quite some time, and that paper trimmer that you saw, I only just bought that after how many years of just having like a cheap one, so I think that'll be okay. We'll throw this one down, grab my little chopstick tool, Hopefully I can get this all right now because it's quite wobbly with that on. Hope I didn't make a mistake in putting that on, but maybe whoever receives it would like to put a charm on it. I thought so. I don't really have charms myself, but yeah, maybe the person who gets it would like one. Just put that there, and I'll leave that there because I'll do that after. Just gonna make sure that goes all around there. Okay. And hopefully if we've got time, we'll start to work a little bit more on the inside pages. I don't want the series to go on too long for you guys. I do have some other things that I want to film as well. I've got my ephemera packs that people have been asking me about. I used to make those quite some time ago now, actually, when I was doing this. Oh, well, I wasn't on YouTube anyway. And I was making these little layered pocket, what do I call them, layered pocket tags or something, and I'd fill them with ephemera and things like that. So I'm gonna make some more of those for people, and I thought I would make a video on it as well. Just creating ephemera and popping them in these little layered tags. And yeah, I've got a couple other things too, so got a few things in mind. Hopefully I don't run out of ideas though. But you guys are pretty good with giving me ideas with what to make and stuff. So that's our fabric. Hopefully that's okay. Just gonna run it in there so that the spine's all flexible. Okay. And then yeah, I'm gonna get some lace to run along there. So actually, I'm just gonna grab some wipes, sorry guys, so that it hides all that seam as well. And you know, if whoever gets this wants to add pockets to the inside cover, you can still do that with some paper if you want. So gosh, glue is sticky. Thank God for baby wipes. Okay. So yeah, we'll leave that. Oh my goodness, my hands. Now we've got our book corners as well. Throw those on. I just get these cheaply from AliExpress once again. Everything, well, most of the stuff I get is from AliExpress. I do like the Tim Holtz ones and that, but they are so expensive. So expensive. I just can't, I can't justify spending the prices sometimes. And I watch other videos, like if you guys in the US, your Tim Holtz products are a lot cheaper than here in Australia. Crafting products are very expensive here, so that's why I do a lot of thrifting. That's why I shop online. You got to. It's just crazy. The markups are crazy, and it's wrong, I tell you. It's just wrong. So we've got our little book corners here we can throw on. Where is my little tool? Where is that gone? I did bring it over, guys. Where did I put it though? That's the question. I always make such a mess I can't find anything on my desk. Here it is, my little squeezy tool. So I'm going to use those to just squeeze down on the book corners here. I do like to put a little bit of glue inside too, just to, I don't know why, probably not necessary. And you know, this is fabric glue, for goodness sake, this is what I'm doing. But that's all I got to work with. You've got to work with what you've got, right? So let's throw that down. Here's our little clasp. I'm just going to use these to clamp him down. I don't even really know how to do this, guys. I just do what I think how they're supposed to be done. So, clamp that one down. So there's our book corner on the back there. And see, it's all got like, I don't know, it's not dirty, but it's had a lot of, it's seen a lot of years, this book. And we're giving it another life because it's was completely falling apart. And I do think it was quite old. Maybe it was the 50s or something like that. So, oh, I'll switch this around. Got my threads there, I'll just move them aside. And I was thinking, like, I don't know what sort of closure I'm going to do, but I might just wrap something around it. I don't think I'm going to make this very bulky, this book. It might sit quite nicely on its own without a closure, but I might add just like something to wrap around it for the person whoever's receiving it. They can, if they want to add things to it and that, and it becomes a bit bulky, then yeah, they can use that to hold it shut. So put this in here. I'm not very talkative today, you guys. I don't have much to say. Nothing interesting's been happening. I'm just plodding along. 2019 already. So I just got to get through the whole beginning of school process as well. I've got birthdays coming up. I've got, it's my birthday. Not too long. Oh gosh. I'll be 35 this year. And yeah, I did have my kiddies quite young. My boys are actually teenagers now. And my husband, he is my high school sweetheart. We have been together for, how long now? Over 16 years we've been together, and married nearly 10. So yeah, he's my other half. He's just amazing. And we have our 2 boys together. So yeah, I was quite a young mum. I had my son when I was 19. So he's now 15 and 15 and a half almost. So yeah, that's a little bit more about me. And he loves all things science, so he's going to be studying in that field when he's older. He's taken many science subjects next year, so he's a very smart boy. Okay, so we've got our book corners on there. What do you guys think? It looks okay. I hope that's focusing all right for you. Probably not. Hang on, sorry guys. Make it focus. There's our book corners. There's our spine. I'm gonna, obviously gonna get some lace. I might do a wraparound closure, and then we are gonna put some lace on the inside here. And we're gonna continue to work on our booklets here. Now I do think I need to trim that one off a little bit. Let me see. Kind of just guesstimate this. Actually, how many, kind of just look at this and go, I might get about 4 signatures into this book, I'm thinking. 3 to 4, something like that. I don't want to bulk it up too much. Yeah, look, we're going to need to trim some of that off. So I'm going to make a little mark and I'm just going to trim that off. And then I'm not too sure if we're going to, I don't want to make this video too long, so I don't know if I should leave this part and then make another video to carry on for you guys. How much? Sorry, where's my ruler? just going to kind of see. I don't do things in a very professional manner here. So I might make that about 15.5, I think. Yeah, about 15.5. So I'm just going to check that there is like the longest page. So I'm just going to trim that down. Just guesstimate, and then all my other pages can just sort of follow that. Grab my little, actually it's not little, it's giant. Grab my giant cutting tool here, and I'm just going to cut this page down here. I actually wish this had like a wire that run across it, like some of the others did have. Because I'm just kind of, I should have made that mark lower down, that's what I should have done. Oh well, we'll just trim it, that's about right. We'll call that about right. And we'll pop this back in here, see how it looks. And I think that next time I'm also going to gather up, where did I have that? I can't even remember. I'm also going to gather up the other pages for the other signatures. And yeah, we'll get to decorating. I'll try and be quite quick with the process of decorating, because, you know, every single page, there you go. Now that fits quite nicely in there. So yeah, so that's that done in this step. And yeah, I'll sort all the pages out in the next one. I'll get them all done off camera, and then I'll bring them over and we can just decorate together and sew it all together and that kind of thing. So I'll leave this video here for now, and I think the next video I make might be on doing my layered pocket tags again, because that was my very first video here on YouTube, and it was actually filmed for Instagram, and it was the wrong orientation. So I think I'll make one here for you guys that's it's not sped up, and won't have music. We'll do it all together with the steps, and we'll fill it with ephemera and stuff like that. So I think that might be my next video. But yeah, so thank you once again, guys, for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch me, and yeah, I love talking to you all, and I'm meeting some really, really lovely, lovely people, new friends actually. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to the year, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye guys.